We're doing fragrances for the bold. Right now, I guess we could just get right into it. I'm wearing African Leather by Memo on my arm, here on my wrist, and I love it in the air. Up close, not the biggest fan of it, but in the air, it's just like this spicy scent. And honestly, on my skin, the first time I wore it, I didn't really get much of a leathery dry down, which was interesting. It stayed spicy. So I believe it was like a cardamom incense that I was just smelling all over. And honestly, I'm not that big a fan of incense, but I only really smell the incense when it's up close. But in the air, like I said, this is a great fragrance. So African Leather by Memo. This one lasts for like 8 hours. Totally fine. I mean, fine, perfect for cold weather. So if you're looking for something for the winter, I know that fall's almost over. Well, I mean, it's winter now, right? I don't know. In Southern California, I can't even like tell the seasons apart, to be honest, anymore. But African Leather. Next, I'm gonna go with Alexandria II, Alexandria II by Serjoff. This is an oud fragrance. Yeah, this scent is definitely polarizing. Okay, this is a fragrance that has to be worn with a certain kind of confidence. It's not something that you blind buy and think everyone is gonna love. Okay, this is definitely a scent that people are either gonna love it or they're gonna hate it. In general, at least for me, this is something that's grown on me, but when I shared this like with my sister and she smelled it, she did not like it at all. It's oud, but then there's also like a creamy sandalwood in the dry down, which is my favorite part of this fragrance because I'm still not that in love with oud, but I like that it makes this fragrance last a very long time. This is something that can last you all day easily. And this one's marketed to men and women, but I do find it to be a bit more of a masculine scent. So if that's your preference, then check this one out, get a sample of it. I'm going to try to leave links. Well, I will leave links in the description below so you can check them out if you want to. But yeah, Alexandria II, I liked this way more in the dry down than I did in the opening. I believe there's also some Gaiac wood in this fragrance, so it's very woody. Very, very woody scent. And next, I'm going to go with the big boss right here. Rasala by Arabian Oud. I do have Calamat Black, and I'll probably do a video doing a first impression. I sprayed it once on like a piece of clothing, but I haven't tested it on my skin, so I'll try that one out soon, don't worry. But Resala, 2 days. I was getting complimented for 2 days straight. This is also an oud fragrance, but I don't find it to be as off-putting as the Alexandria II. You know what I mean? I think that one is more polarizing, and this garnered me compliments from everybody. It's a scent that really pushes out. It's a screamer. Okay, this fragrance is worn like if you want to wear it to like a black tie event or anything where you're feeling just really confident and you're feeling sexy and gorgeous. This is an amazing fragrance. This one's unisex right here. It smells like oud, rose, saffron, chocolate, and vanilla. Now, I know when you hear chocolate, vanilla, don't assume that those are notes that you smell right off the bat, okay? The first three that I mentioned, the saffron, rose, and oud, those are the main players in this fragrance, and they stay the whole entire time. So if you can't stand either of those notes, then you might not, like, this might get a bit nauseating for you, because even for me, like, I don't wear this fragrance because it's just too intense. I feel like if I want to wear this, I would have to spray it on my clothes the day before, then wear it the next day, because it's just so strong and powerful. It fills up the room, no problem. Yeah, and for the chocolate note, I don't really get the chocolate until the 10th hour on my skin. 9th, 10th hours when I was like, oh, there it is, but it's just a little bit in the background. Now the vanilla intertwines really nicely. It just like sweetens up the fragrance a little bit, but it's still not like a star player where you're like, oh wow, that's like a vanilla. It just, you're like, huh, for some reason, this thing just smells a bit sweeter. You know what I mean? So it adds a nice balance to the scent, but this is a gorgeous fragrance. Absolutely. I love it a lot. Very appreciative to have it in my collection. And lastly, I am gonna do Oud Satin Mood by MFK. Do I wear this fragrance? No, I don't. No, I don't. yeah, wow, it smells like blueberries. Every time I smell this, I'm like, it smells like blueberries and I like it from the bottle, but man, this is like, this thing cleared my entire room. One spray from this tiny vial. One spray from this tiny vial had me opening up all my windows, like literally until midnight because it was still in my room. And even the next day, I could still smell like the remnants of it, and my sweater smelled like it. It was a whole ordeal. But this scent smells like blueberries to me. And then there is like an oud and somewhat a little bit of a mature smell, kind of a little touch of like grandma. At least that's what I got on my clothes, up close, okay? But I mean, if you're looking for a fragrance that's gonna have a great scent trail, where when people smell it in the air, they automatically turn their heads because it has that kind of character, then you're gonna love this fragrance. I think that the commonality with all the fragrances I mentioned are that they're so much better in the air than they are like when you smell them up close. You know what I mean? So these are performers, they're stars, you know? So let me know what the loudest fragrance is in your collection, what you use when you're trying to show out and be different. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.